What is up everyone, Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be kicking off a new vlog series and a new project as well. We're going to be recreating the exterior of Paddy's pub from Always Sunny, and we're going to be remaking that in Unreal as sort of like a diorama type environment. One of the focuses for this project is to really push the quality and fidelity of my assets. I think that's probably maybe my weakest area right now. I'd say this is quite good, but I really want to push them from being good to be excellent. I really want to take it to that next level. My personal goal is to sort of get it to match the quality of, say, like a Decagon prop or a Decagon environment, which is pretty ambitious, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna shoot and hopefully get to that quality. So yeah, another one of my project goals is to be as efficient as I can when it comes to resources and to use as little textures as I can, and to use workflows that incorporate trim sheets and like UV masks to sort of keep the actual draw call of the diorama as low as I can get it. Just basically treat it like I'm actually building this for a game, so I need to be as efficient as I can with stuff. And to sort of achieve this, I'm going to be using workflows that Hamish Ames as well as Subhar Kumar have used to create their own assets that look amazing, and I sort of want to use those principles and match that kind of quality as well. So I just want to do a quick overview of my reference and sort of go over what I collected and why I did collect it. Just some standard shots here of the Paddy's pub from lots of different angles. Everything that's in the frame I want to sort of include, which shouldn't be too hard because the building is quite modular and has a lot of repeating elements, so it should not be hard to sort of like repeat that scale into my diorama. I've got some close-up reference here of the materials just to get a sense of what condition they're in. So for example here I've got the paint sort of being scratched off the wood and like peeling off. Got some discoloration here on the window frames, and this got some great reference here of the Paddy's sign, so how big it is, like the thickness, how it's been put together, and just a sense of the disrepair that like the gang has let the sign fall into over time. This little detail just really does tell the story of the environment and the people who work there, so I want to make sure I nail that feeling of disrepair and make sure that translates into my asset. And just some additional reference here, again just trying to, as much as I can, to try and understand how everything's been built and put together. I've got some specific reference here, the newspaper vending machine, which is sort of like off to the side here. Basically this is like almost like a project in of itself, and I'm actually really looking forward to it because it just looks like it's going to be really fun to model. It's quite a simple shape, but a lot of the complexity comes in the actual material. So you got like sort of how it's been rusted over, all the damages here, and like sort of like the story it tells. I want to make sure I translate that into my own prop. Got the bar sign here. Just got some shots from the behind to try and understand the scaffolding and how it's holding the lettering in place, as well as just a shot here of a neon sign on and off, again just to see what it looks like when it's not emitting light. Got some additional reference here for the materials, again just to understand the materials better. Here I've got the paint here, the painted wood, and like I want to make sure I translate all these elements. So I've got discoloration coming along here, as well as how the paint's sort of been scratched off, as well as peeling over. These are sort of the elements I want to make sure I translate into my own textures. And finally just some assets here that I sort of want to match in quality. So I've got quite a lot here from Hannah Watts, who just makes amazing props, and just the way they're rendered, just like the actual detail that's packed into these guys. Like I want to make sure I try and sort of aim for that quality and get as close as I can. I've got some shots here as well of just a building. This is just sort of give me an idea of how I'm going to render my final model in Unreal. This one in particular, like the lighting's just incredible. You just get a sense of like all the sort of micro details. Everything's clean, clearly visible, and really elevates the asset. So I want to make sure I sort of just translate that quality into my own renders and make sure I'm matching this when I render my own diorama. The next stage of the project is going to be the block out. I'm going to get everything modeled and blocked out in Unreal and sort of figure out what I'm working with, what assets I need to make, and also get a sense of the UV and the UV scales so I can sort of figure out how I'm going to fit things into like different trim sheets and stuff and work from that. So I don't want to build a plan yet on how I'm going to approach stuff until I've blocked things out. I've got a clearer idea of what I'm making. Just a light vlog this time. Next time it's going to be quite in depth because we're going to go over the blockout and stuff, so that should be interesting. Yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.